That's just a symptom. Maybe you need sunlight. Maybe you're overworked. Maybe you're over caffeinated. Maybe you didn't sleep. I mean, you can take a totally normal person that's never felt ADD and you give them those conditions and they will feel temporarily like they have ADHD.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mad Love Your Life show here on Bold Brave TV. I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you all for heading over to the YouTube channel as well and subscribing there. I appreciate all of your listens, shares, and likes. Today I have a very special guest for you. He is someone that is near and dear to my heart. Started out as friends and then clients, back to being friends. And he's got an amazing product. He's got an amazing business, and he's got an amazing heart. And we're going to share all of that with you today. My guest is Barton Scott. He is a biochemist, a behavioral nutritionist. He has spoken around the world, and he is the founder and CEO of upgradedformulas.com. Upgraded Formulas helps people around the world heal, find more energy, sleep better, lose weight, and get off medications and reverse age. Y'all, who doesn't want to reverse their age? Back in 2015, Barton developed a unique industrial process using his background in chemical engineering to produce a new category of minerals called stabilized nano minerals, using a nanoparticle technology that absorbs very easily without the need for normal digestion, and at-home hair analysis testing to know which supplements you need to restore the most fundamental nutrient deficiencies in the body quickly and easily. Today, Upgraded Formulas has an incredibly innovative line of products, now backed by a double-blinded clinical trial showing the most impressive sleep improvements, among many other things, such as deep sleep, REM sleeping improvements, both with over 150% in only 14 nights. And that is from a supplement, y'all, that's never been heard of. And among other solutions, such as at-home hair analysis kits for identifying and restoring nutrient deficiencies. Today, they're working on a book deal covering an interesting link to how nutrition becomes personality, and also a second clinical trial on fertility. And we're going to talk all about this today. All of this is really crucial because our soil around the world has been treated so poorly, resulting in really low levels of minerals in our food across the board. And upgraded formulas is then they've quantified nanotechnology, and they also support charitywater.org in the great work that they do. And a portion of each sale provides clean water for people in those developing countries. And we're going to talk so much more today about so many other things. But Barton, I want to welcome you to the show. And I just want to say thank you for coming on today. It's such a pleasure to have you. And, these products have been products that have changed my life for sure. Many people know my story about coming out of breast cancer and just really, really taking a double dose of getting to the place where I can, really get back to my health, really own my health. And your products have been such a really, really beautiful part of that journey. For those of you that don't know, Barton's got a new product that came out this last year called Upgraded Tea. We're going to talk about testosterone and women and how this is not just a men's thing. We're going to talk about upgraded metabolism because it's my favorite product and I want to talk about it because I love it so much. I know the difference when I take this one. And we're also going to talk a little bit about upgraded magnesium. This is the liquid version. So y'all, for those of you who do not like to take pills, these are going to be a breath of fresh air because so many of these minerals, they actually are in liquid form. So you can just drop them into your water bottle. You can drop them into your water. Most of them are tasteless and you won't even know it. And you're going to be getting mineralized. So many good things. Barton, welcome. Thank you. And let's start with the first question. And the first question I have for everyone is, what do you know now that you wish you had known before you ever got started with Upgraded?
It's a process. And that anything that you're looking to do, if it's innovative or if you've never done it before or both, if it's a stretch, pack a lunch and don't get frustrated if it doesn't happen overnight. or in your timeline. So
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. I think so many CEOs and anyone that's creative or anyone who's sitting in that visionary seat, they have such an idea, sometimes a very clear idea of the destination they know they want to get to or the thing they want to get to, and they forget that there's this whole journey, and unfortunately the road is not always a direct line straight up. It's kind of like this, and then it goes over
yeah,
here and then goes back over here. Yeah, it's a wavy road, right? It's not that straight line we all think it's going to be. So I actually appreciate you sharing that piece, because it's a really good reminder for everyone, and that's so good. Now I want to hear a story from you, because I think everyone deserves to hear this particular story, and I'm sure you have many others to share, and I want you to share them all. But this one I want people to hear about the turning point for you, which was when you were working in oil, and
mhm.
you were like, I think in your 20s, and you were like sick like an 80-year-old. Like, let's talk about that story,
Yeah.
because I think people should hear that story.
Oh, it's just so wild. I think part of so there's like three things at work there at least. One, I'd been an athlete my whole life, and like a lot of people, I had pushed myself from an early age. And what that meant was, in sports like wrestling, where you're making weight, I was constantly on the negative side, going into the red without realizing in terms of nutrients, right? So you're burning more than you spend. So it's a lot like having a budget and totally exceeding your budget and your cash flow and everything. So to put it in financial terms, the other thing was my mom was getting more and more just sick from medication, really, and
Mm,
was living a low stress life, had good access to normal medical care, but as we know so much more clearly today in 2024 than we did in 2010, there just weren't great options, especially I grew up in Louisiana, coastal Louisiana, and there, functional medicine there, she was very curious, and she would find people that were um, really thought of as quacks. I remember hearing this term, like, oh yeah, this guy's muscle testing. What is that? And
right.
now today I teach like rooms full of people to muscle test in like 30 seconds, and so it's like, oh, even then as a kid I was like, I don't know about that. So, I was very skeptical even at 8 years
Skeptical.
old or something when I first was hearing about some of these things.
Yeah.
And but so she was doing everything she could. She was following bad advice, and we didn't know it,
Mm,
even on the supplement side of things, because one of the failures was really not testing, or not testing the right things, or not testing in the right ways. So those are two things. Me as an athlete, a lot of deficiencies. I didn't realize at the time that's what was holding me back in my health, because I was, because of so many sports and sort of hyperactivity, I was still fit. I just wasn't healthy at all. I had tremendous brain fog and felt sort of ADD, even though I knew I wasn't. And I knew
mm.
at the core of anything that you would feel like ADD, that's just a symptom. That is maybe you need sunlight, maybe you're overworked, maybe you're over caffeinated, maybe you didn't sleep. I mean, you can take a totally normal person that's never felt ADD, and you give them those conditions, and they will feel temporarily like they have ADHD or ADD. And
Mm.
so, but that became my normal, and then I stacked on a third thing, which was I went to the doctor, and I had supplemented Vyvanse from friends here and there, Adderall. I was trying different things, and I was like, oh, maybe this is the ticket. So I was doing chemical engineering at the time. I was like, wow, this is a lot to keep in your head, and and so I went and did that, and that was the worst mistake I ever made.